Hey there everybody, and this is Patrick with the Fly Animal Writing Team. Some of you might know me as Killing Cat because of my personal hobby of making videos, and that's why I'm doing this too. We on the writing team jumped on to Decision 4 a little bit later than the brothers who started making the game. This is the first time the series has ever had a script writing team. So we have a little intro that's a little more in depth than the previous ones. This will actually be voice acted by the Sergeant. We have his voice actor picked out and his voice lines recorded, they just aren't in the game yet. But this is the first time you guys are getting to see this. I think it's really cool. We worked hard on it.
It's quiet, for now. We can relax a bit. Not sure what you were thinking out there. You almost lost your consciousness in the infected area. It's a good thing we were nearby when we heard the commotion. You're one lucky guy. Anyways, this is our camp. It's a fairly safe place, for the most part. Sadly, we don't have much of a defense, so there's no way we'll survive a serious attack out here. We do have something called a small emitter repeller. It creates a solid safe zone that the infected can't get through. It comes in handy for those such as us. However, most of the infected still remain outside the emitter zone. Those bastards are just pacing out there, waiting for the right moment to attack. We need to find a way to amplify the emitter's signal, push the boundaries of the safe zone so we can move the most dangerous enemies away. If we can succeed in increasing the radius of our repeller, traveling out to another settlement will be easy. From there, we can then engage that settlement's repeller. With the help of the other repellers, we can reach larger cities, hopefully even take root and flourish there. That is, if they're still standing. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to be hopeful, because honestly, if we encounter a large city, capturing it is going to be difficult, even if it is in a safe zone. For this, we're gonna need a heavily armed gang of braves. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that far if we can't even protect ourselves right now. So first things first, it's up to us to shore up the defense of the camp. The stronger the defense, the more opportunities for settlement capture. I took the liberty of writing down a list of things that need to be taken care of. If we're going to have any chance of protecting the camp, this needs to come first. They're just a few notes. I'm sure you can handle it. Now, I think it's about high time you got some much needed sleep. Go on, take a load off. You'll need to recover your strength for what surprises might await you tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to working with you. See you in the morning.
That wonderful voice there was actually provided by Envision Studios, who is a member of the team. He also helped with the character models, how people walk, because it used to be much stiffer. But now it looks significantly more natural. Oh, we started as Daniel Richard. Currently in development, you start as a random character. Let's check what class we are. We are a soldier. But the voice for Frank was provided by Envision Studios. He helped with, I think, the lip syncing of the character too, by the way. So that's something to keep in mind. If you particularly like Frank, quite a bit of his direction was brought upon by Envision. Give me the ammunition and everything. Make sure to run around and check these drops. Drops are found all throughout the wasteland. We're kind of lucky here because we start out with a bunch of drops right next to our camp base. And, well, it just makes the first stages of the game very easy. We've placed that in there so that everyone gets a little bit of leeway when they start the game. After the first area, this game becomes significantly more challenging. Let's run around grabbing up all the ammunition and materials. Oh, there is some food and a med kit. Something we personally on the writing team have been doing is going around and making every item unique. There we go, details. Combat knife, Barak. A classic multifunctional combat knife used by old world soldiers. The sharpness of the blade makes it easy to cut ropes, open cans, or army quality vests. And we've been working on making every character have a backstory. Currently, we don't have a ton of them in, but we do have a minimum of 10 for each character class. Those will be submitted in October. And in that time period, they will be truly fleshed out and just made as best as they can. They are there to flesh out the world in a way that hasn't been done before. Hey there, Frank. Let's talk to you. You sleep well? Actually, never mind. Let's cut to the chase. Let's look around the camp. It ain't much, but this is it. Only 8 people can live here right now, but look on the bright side. We have a repeller to drive away the red mist, a warehouse for storing our supplies, and a radio station. We have made a place out for a turret, too. Frank himself has his own personal backstory, but I'm going to let you guys see that when the game comes out. It's something to look forward to. But for now, let's check around the camp. The turret. A defensive structure for placing your turrets. Increase its level to raise its durability, defense, and weapon availability. I just noticed we can upgrade that. It's a little early to do that though, so let's wait for more direction. The radio station. The radio station is a very useful thing used by everyone pre-war and everyone post-war. You can use it to call Frank to any settlement that you're at. But if you try and do it here with him with you already, I guess it works because he's slightly out of the range. But you can't call him to your settlement. Let's check the storage. Storage is very important. You'll find at least one in every settlement and every area that you take in the game. You put all of your things in it. Make sure to always keep a few medkits on you at any time. Medkits are super useful. There we go. Put up all your money too. You're not going to need to carry around a bunch of money with you. As the game goes on, you will have a lot more use for everything that you put in your storage. For materials, you're actually not going to need to carry a bunch of them around with you. The same goes for loot. Though I will say loot is one of the most important items in the game, and it doesn't immediately give off that feeling. So keep that in mind and make sure to have as much loot as you can. And this is the repeller. A device that generates high-frequency sound waves that repel the infected. It purifies the air in the safe zone and kills bacteria. increase its level to cover a wider area. Let's go back to Frank, but first, let's talk about tasks. Previously in the Decision series, I believe they were either called missions or quests at one point or another. In this game, we've called them tasks. They are a list of things that you need to get done as the game goes on, and they will be primarily what pushes you forward in the game. You can have side tasks and side quests. They are pretty interchangeable terms. I took a look around the camp. Not so impressive, is it? Don't worry about it. We'll have this place up and running in no time. The repeller works in its current state just fine, but if we can increase its power, we'll be able to make the safe zone larger. There's just one problem, though. I'm afraid it'll provoke a raid, and we're not quite ready for defending ourselves yet. Let's build a turret. We've got enough experience and materials to make a turret. I'd wager we can get it done in one day if we start now. How do I start building stuff? We need to stock up the warehouse with materials. We also need specialists to know how to work with the equipment for the project. When these requirements are met, you can start construction. Start building a turret. The first upgrade level of the turret is pretty cool, but you're not going to be able to upgrade the turret the whole way in this small area in the Dust Bowl. And most enemies won't want to attack you anyways from right here. As the game progresses, you'll actually have a bunch more upgrades for the turret. It's pretty cool. My favorite one is a very large gun nest. I think I start working on that turret, Frank. You're right, I'll round up the men and get right on it. Once it's ready, we'll increase the radius of the repeller to get some more breathing room. In the meantime, you can sit back and relax. You've done good work today. I'm gonna go hit the sack. Get a good night's rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. We'll probably have the turret done by the time you wake up. Go get some sleep. At any time in the game, if you're feeling worried or stressed, you can actually speak with Frank right now in development. He has a lot of special hints for you. But as you've probably noticed, you're pretty trapped in this small area. You can press space to roll at any time. It helps you through combat. During this tutorial section, the enemies are quite non-aggressive. They won't attack you very much, and as long as you don't attack them, you should be safe. Even if you do, though, you have quite a bit of leeway with it. Let's put up the materials. Oh, materials, a set of resources, a collection of building materials and tools. It is used in the construction, repair, and modernization of structures. Let's put those up with the replace command. Details. A mix of damaged or broken goods, some of them pre-apocalypse. It can be used in factory production and at the workbench. Settlers use it when performing certain actions. Check out the medkit. A set of bandages, instruments, and medicine intended for first aid. Settlers use it to treat survivors. Pre-war medical equipment has almost completely been used up. Most equipment now comes from some place called Revive. And ammo. A collection of ammunition, grenades, and shells of various caliber. This resource is consumed when shooting from small arms or deploying mines and grenades. The military uses it when defending settlements. Some magazines and belts say property of the ECC. The ECC is a faction in Decision 3, and we thought it was nice to reference them for longtime fans of the series. At night, zombies are more active, increases the probability of attack. Mutants are quieter at night. It's better to take on zombies during the day. Hey there, Frank, the turret is ready. Now we'll be able to defend the camp with more efficiency. I think someone out there is doing some mental gymnastics on the infected and getting them to huddle in herds. We need to be prepared for the worst, so stay vigilant. Let's increase the power of the repeller. The more powerful the repeller, the larger the safe zone is. And once the safe zone expands, we can search for resources and survivors within the area outside the camp. Let's take it on. This is our first real big interaction with the repeller, but upgrading the repeller causes the area that you can explore to be upgraded as well. The bigger the repeller, the stronger the repeller, the bigger the range. You can also power it down if you want. It doesn't cost anything to do that, but it's already agitated the horde of enemies over there, so you might as well keep it upgraded. You could upgrade this as well, but you don't have the location defense available. Let's check out the map. We have a raid coming tomorrow for Stonedale Camp now. Oh boy, that's going to be troublesome. But let's check out the description for Stonedale. We on the writing team have done our best to make every area have its own unique description and tell a little bit of a story of the world. You might not see every single one of these stories in immediate action. Let's close the map and speak with Frank again. We've increased the repeller. Now that we have some more breathing space, we can explore the perimeter. But before that, we've got a problem. We spotted a group of enemies blocking a portion of the repeller's range. Let's get ready for their assaults. We need more hands. We can bring other survivors to the safe zone. Any help will be useful, so look around. I'm sure you'll be able to find others. Let's do just that before we defend the camp. Recruit a survivor. So, you might notice these white dots. These white dots are survivors on the map. You've got to be within a range in order to be able to see them. But they are there. Alright. We aren't really able to take care of these guys right now. So I'm luring them back to the base so that the machine gun takes care of them. We needed upgraded equipment, and we need it soon. When making your way around the waste, you may encounter a small zombie horde or two. Don't worry, this is a natural occurrence. Make sure to keep yourself well fed. That area seems to be giving us a lot of resistance. So instead of charging directly through the zombies, we're going to walk around. Walking over this direction is the safe route right now. Make sure to keep a lookout for where enemies are and where they aren't. Hey there, Landon Dale. How's everything? What's your story? Oh. There we go. Join the squad, friend. Personally, I always recommend people select for the recruit to join the squad, and then you leave them at the camp. You might have noticed that when speaking to that person and asking for their backstory, we got a charisma upgrade. Charisma upgrades only happen via asking for people's backstories. So it's a way of getting everyone to speak to the characters. We've created a lot of backstories, and it would feel great if you guys did take a look at them. I didn't explain the turret in its fullest before, but yeah. Anyone can get on the turret. I prefer letting it be automated. They went to town, didn't they? So Landon, let's swap equipment. Send to warehouse. I don't have anything I can give you, do I? That's a shame. Anyone can get on the turret. Absolutely anyone. Now this is allow firing position. Allow settlers to take a fire position on their own and use tower weapons to shoot enemies. Take firing position. Personally take the position of the shooter and manually fire a tower weapon. If you want to send volunteers to a free turret, you need to order the permission to occupy a firing position. And this is for bidding firing positions. I don't really need to explain what it does. I'm not one for doing this myself. So let's just let them do it. We should speak to Frank, instead of going to sleep. I brought in a survivor. Good. Each new survivor will put his experience to use in the settlement. If you find more survivors nearby, be sure to bring them in. The more people, the better. We need to defend the camp. Enemies are going to attack the camp. We'll have to drive them back. There's still time to prepare today, but tomorrow we'll need to be ready to defend the camp. Wait for the assaults. Protect the camp. I'm going to swap out to Landon Dale. You can change out between any character that you brought to the team, any character that you've recruited at any time. Yeah. And the reason I swapped out to Landon Dale was to go down here. You can use the middle mouse button to rotate the camera. So that way we can get another recruit. Hey there, Igor. He is a soldier. Join the squad, Igor. You have a story? You do. I'm gonna let people read that if they want. There we go. Now run back. This might not be the best idea. But here I am. The king of making dumb decisions. If any character dies, another character will take over. If you lose everyone, you can switch out to someone else. It isn't always a good idea to go out into the wastes after someone. Food is a very important resource, and you're not going to be able to save every character. And you're not going to be able to find many medkits out there. Let's try to heal these guys. Huh? Oh! I just wanted to get another soldier. Come on. Let's try to heal Landon. Trying to heal someone and reviving them are very important features of the game. Enemies cannot do it as a way of balancing it. As you probably noticed, enemies definitely have a leg up on you in just sheer numbers and force. And as you also probably noticed in that horde of enemies, enemies have specific types. Out in the wastes, you'll find around 27 different zombie types and 27 different mutant types. At least currently in this stage of development. That is an important thing to keep note of because it just lets you know exactly what's out there. But let's go to sleep and wake up in preparation to defend the settlement. Settlement defenses happen just as they've happened in previous games. Change character. Alright, Igor. Charge attacks are the new biggest and most important way to play the game. They are very powerful attacks. You can use them to your advantage at any time. When I was playtesting the game myself, I didn't immediately notice charge attacks. I would just rapidly spam the attack button. That is not the way you're meant to play. If you play the game rapidly spamming the attack button, you're actually going to have a really hard time. Oh, the enemies destroyed the turret. I hoped that wouldn't happen. I hoped I wouldn't need to explain it. But enemies can destroy the turrets, and you will need to get them back up and running. Come on, Landon. Oh, I need a medkit. Hey, Daniel, let's swap out again. Come on, Landon, get back up. Join the team. Come on, Osama, stand back up. Every recruit that you bring back is important. You might have figured it out, but losing one recruit can be the end of a settlement. But bringing back too many can also be the end of a settlement. Like I said, food is a valuable resource. There's not a lot of it left in the Dust Bowl. It is a barren wasteland for a reason. Let's put up all the supplies we got from defending the settlement. Money, a universal resource that serves as a measure of value of goods and services. It can be used to buy and sell from traders. Settlers use it when performing certain tasks. Let's put up materials. And these. Zombie harness is the servant. A brown zombie harness consisting of nylon straps and plastic clips. It provides a minimal protection and allows for attachments. It is the most basic zombie harness available. A brick-colored zombie harness consisting of nylon straps and plastic clips. It provides minimal protection and allows for attachments. This is a mid-range zombie harness. Hey Frank, we did it. The camp is safe. How do we protect the camp? We'll need to build new defensive structures and improve existing ones. We'll also need to bring more survivors into the settlements. Camp is defended. It wasn't easy, but we did it. By repelling the attack, we've reduced the number of infected, and now our repeller is back to normal. Let's continue expanding the safe zone until we encounter more resistance. Let's improve the camp's defenses. We gotta upgrade our camp so we can safely upgrade our repeller. Try upgrading the turret or rounding up more volunteers for guard duty. Build the level 2 turret. Install a new weapon. Set a guard. Each of those requires materials and food. So we're going to talk to Frank and trade with him. Let's rebuild the turret. That construction, as before, will take about a day. Hey there, Frank. Trading is a system of bartering and, exchanging goods. Frank has a lot of money, and you can buy items from him. And you can also sell items to him. Unfortunately, we're unable to buy all of the food he has, which is kind of selfish, Frank. How dare you? But we can buy 60 food. And we can buy 4 materials. We have enough ammunition to upgrade pretty much everything. We put up most of our food, and we'll put up all of the materials. Now, there are other tasks we can take on right now. Such as cleaning up the area. Though I hoped I would attract more people with that. Let's clean up the area. There are still several groups of enemies walking around. Find these enemies and take them out to make the settlers feel at ease. Kill 15 enemies. Not an easy task, but completely doable. Oh boy. I didn't notice we were getting low. Soldiers are primarily going to be your combat class. They specialize in every kind of weapon you can imagine. Let's lead these guys back to base. No. And we need just a little bit more for kills, so let's switch over to Igor. Each character can take on tasks, and no, Landon, please stay in the base. Make sure to leave specific characters in the base. Landon is an engineer, I believe. And that unfortunately makes him not that great at combat. Right over here, fellas. You probably noticed that we need to eat and sleep by those bars in the top left-hand corner. I waited a while to explain it, but the stamina bar, which is the eating menu, is a new thing in Decision 4. This fourth mainline entry in the series. Eating is simply eating restores your stamina. Sleeping restores the sleep bar. You can't do a lot of functions without them, so make sure to take care of yourself. Self-care is important, even after the world has ended. Let's upgrade the turret one more time. And put out a guard. And with that, I think that's where I'll end it. Not a lot of this was truly new stuff, but I hope people appreciated the dev commentary over it. Make sure to defend your settlements and prepare for the release of Decision Red Daze. Bye.